Hey guys, CinemaSickness here to bring you another Cinematic Problems. I have not done one of these videos in a very long time. I've been meaning to have some ideas, actually have a whole list of problems I have that I would really like to talk about, but just haven't got around to making any new videos for this in a long time. But I saw something last night that really got me thinking about something that I did want to talk about, and it just kind of... it's been going through my head for the past few hours now since I watched this movie last night. And the movie I watched last night was The Change-Up. The problem with that movie is you see both Olivia Wilde and Leslie Mann nude in the movie. And as I watched that, I thought, okay, Olivia Wilde, you don't see a lot. You see just kind of like, a little bit of nipple, nothing all that much. So I thought, okay, she was probably nude. But when we saw Leslie Mann, I started thinking, really? Nude? Because I haven't seen her nude in anything before. I don't know if she's ever done any nudity before. Seen her in many movies, but never nude. And even my wife was like, oh, she's naked. Like, we were really taken back by that, because there was plenty of topless scenes. There was also a scene where she's, like, walking away. You see her ass. And we both thought, wow, we weren't expecting her to be nude. And we were just kind of shocked by the fact that she had done nudity in this, because it was something we weren't used to seeing her do. So the more I started thinking about that, I started thinking, well, she looked really good in the sense that her body was really tight, for her age. Not that she's super old or anything, but for her age, her body looked like an 18-year-old. And I started thinking, well, that seemed a little off. Maybe, she was working out. Maybe she keeps really good care of her body, but it just seemed a little bit too good for her. So I looked into it. It was bothering me, so I looked into it, and sure enough, from what I've read, Olivia Wilde had CGI nipples put on for the movie, and Leslie Mann both had a stunt double for some nudity. I guess when she was walking away for the ass shot, she had a stunt double. And the part that really kind of got me, just made me go, what the hell, was apparently Leslie Mann had fake prosthetic boobs put on for her topless scenes. Where to begin with that? I mean, really? Prosthetic boobs? And this is what I really want to talk about. It's basically, if you're not going to do nudity in a movie, what is the point of having somebody to, stand in as your nude double, or, CGI, nudity, or in this case, wearing prosthetics, which is just weird. What's the point? Why? What? If you're not going to do... if a part calls for nudity, if you're reading a movie and it says, this is the part where you get naked, and you don't want to do that, then you probably shouldn't be doing the movie. And even if you're really right for the part, you're perfect for this part, you're a great actor or an actress, you really want this part, everybody else wants you to really do this part, but you're not going to do nudity, you're not going to do what the movie requires, then maybe you shouldn't be doing the movie. I know, I understand that, that's kind of a shame, because, if somebody's really good for a movie, if somebody's perfect for a role, why not have them do the movie and just, CGI or stunt, or, get a double to do it, or, prosthetic or whatever. Why not do that, right? I mean, I see that argument in it, and it makes sense. I agree. If somebody's really ready for a part, why not do it, even if it requires, fake nudity? But it just seems silly at the same time, because I want to know what and I guess we're going to talk about actresses here, because I don't know about, I'm sure there's been many men who've done, had I don't know, CGI or prosthetics, or had people do doubles for their nudity. I'm sure it's happened, but let's just talk about women right now, because that's what I'm thinking of. I just don't get it. If you're not going to... if you don't want to do the nudity because you feel it's beneath you, or maybe you're not happy with your body or something like that. I mean, I guess if you're not happy with your body, I can kind of understand that. But if you're doing it for moral reasons, you don't want to show your body, you don't feel, you feel it's beneath you to show get naked in a movie, then it doesn't make sense to me, because you're still, in a sense, getting naked. You're leading people to believe that those tits, that ass, you're leading people to believe that is actually you. And people are going to think that's you. People like me might say, is that really her? And look it up online and go, okay, it wasn't. And the word's going to get around. But you got to realize that you know, as much as the word might get around, 90% of the people aren't going to look this stuff up on the internet. They're not going to hear about this stuff. They're going to think that you have been naked. They're going to look at pictures on Mr. Skin. They're going to look up pictures wherever else you can look up pictures on the internet. They're going to, you know, Google search your nudity, you know, your naked pictures. And these still shots and these videos, these video clips are going to come up of you. Whether it's not actually you, whether it's prosthetics, whether it's CGI, people are still going to think that's you, and 90% of the world is going to think that. So for something that you say might be beneath you or degrading to you, you're still doing, you're basically naked. It might not actually be you, but to most of the world, that is actually you naked. People are going to assume that is actually you naked, and whether it's beneath you or degrading to you or not, it is, you basically are doing nudity. That's what I'm trying to say. Whether it's, if it's a stunt, double, you know, CGI or prosthetics, you are still basically doing the nudity. So why not just do it? That's my major thing. Why take the time to fake it when you could just do it? Because, as I said, people are going to still think that's you. You are basically naked. Whether you're not really naked, you're basically naked. If there was a photo of me going around the internet, you know, completely naked, and you know, it was all CGI'd, my head was just on somebody else's body, or they CGI'd me down there, something like that, you know, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, who cares, because that's not actually me. No, I'm gonna think, wow, people are gonna think that's actually me, because I'm not stupid. I know that people on the internet are gonna assume that's actually me. Whether it is or not, they're going to look at these pictures, they're going to assume that that is actually a naked picture of me, and I would not think that anybody else would think otherwise. I mean, yeah, maybe 10% of the people out there would know the truth, look up the truth, or assume that it wasn't actually me, but for the most part, people are going to assume that is me naked. Just like an actress not actually getting naked in a movie, people will assume that is you. It is basically you getting naked. And that is my point. Just why fake it when everybody's just going to assume it's you when it basically is you? Why fake it? Why not just do it? I know there's going to be some arguments on this. People thinking, well, maybe it's, you know, it's degrading. Why should there be any nudity whatsoever? And yeah, I guess for the most part, I've seen many movies that the nudity is ridiculous in. It's literally just a girl getting naked for the sense, just for the point of getting naked. It's, you know, how many slasher movies do I have where a girl takes her top off just for no other reason than for TNA, just for her to take her top off? That is ridiculous. I like it in a slasher movie because it makes me laugh. It's one of those things now where it's like, if you know, I don't see TNA in a slasher movie, it just doesn't feel right because it's just so cheesy, ridiculous. But I still understand that that's gratuitous. It's pointless. There's no actual need for that. Now in comedies, some of the nudity actually in the Change Up made sense. It was nudity to set up a joke or to set up a, you know, I've seen nudity set up, you know, plots before even. So sometimes nudity in a movie I think is okay and actually makes sense because, like, if you're setting up a joke, if you're setting up, you know, tension, or you have a good reason that helps the story along to have somebody get naked, then I think nudity makes sense. If you're just doing it just to take your shirt off and just be like, ooh, boobs, then yeah, there's really no point to that. Why do you actually need it? You don't. But regardless of what your thoughts are, whether there needs to be, you know, TNA in a movie or TNA not in a movie at all, it's just the point that if there is going to be nudity in a movie and you don't want to do the nudity, then you probably shouldn't do the movie. Because it just, I don't know, I personally just think it doesn't make sense. If you're going to pretend you're naked, then why not just actually be naked? I would never do that. I you know, if I was ever in a movie and, you know, I saw that it you know, needed for me to be naked, I would never be like, well, let's fake it. Why? It's still, I'm going to watch the movie and say, well, that's me naked. It might not actually be me naked, but it is me naked. It's, you know, that's just how it is. It doesn't make any sense to me. And, you know, now, you mean, just, it was really the prosthetics that got me, that took me over the top on this one. I mean, prosthetic boobs, really? Like, just that, you know, they said they were CGI, I would have been like, oh, geez, great, more ridiculous CGI, more of a reason for me to hate CGI in movies. But prosthetic boobs, you know, if you're the three-breasted woman from Total Recall, prosthetic makes sense. If you're some chick who's doing a joke about breastfeeding, you should probably actually have your real boobs out. Sorry, that's just how it should probably go. So, again, I'm not trying to be, you know, the perverted guy saying, like, oh, I want to see boobs in movies. No, I'm not. I don't care if a movie has boobs or not boobs in it. It doesn't matter to me whatsoever. I'm not trying to say I really want to see, you know, Leslie Mann's boobs. I don't want to see her boobs. I don't really care about her boobs. But what I am trying to say is if she wants, you know, if she's going to have a nude scene in a movie, then she should just actually do the nude scene. It doesn't make sense to fake it. I don't know what that accomplishes. I don't see how it can make anybody feel better about themselves, because you're still basically doing a nude scene. Whether it's not actually you or not, it is still a nude scene. It's actually you. It's your face. You're doing it. You're acting out the part. So regardless, it is a nude scene. So why fake it? Why do something as ridiculous as that? Why not just do it? It doesn't accomplish anything by faking it. And that's just my opinion on that. But like I said, it really was the change that really got me thinking about this. It was something I've been thinking about for a while now. You know, I know there's lots of, you know, I know there's been many of like body doubles, I guess is what you would call it, body doubles, you know, for people getting naked throughout the years. You always hear about that. Recently, a lot of CGI. Recently, I've heard many times there's a topless scene or something in the movie, and the thing how it is, it's usually somebody who don't expect to be naked. Usually somebody you go, oh wow, like this really famous star who doesn't usually do nudity, she's naked. And then you look it up online, you find out it was CGI'd. And, you know, that's when I just roll my eyes. And I'm just thinking, well, you know, you're this famous star who refuses to do nudity, but you basically just did nudity. I don't care if it's CGI. You know, the people shooting you might not have actually seen you naked. The director and the cameraman and the actors and actresses around you might not actually have seen you naked because you probably pasties on or something. But the whole rest of the world, whether it was CGI or not, basically saw you naked. So you really didn't accomplish anything except for the fact that the people at that very time didn't see you naked. So I guess if that's your major holdup, then all right, I guess I understand why you would do that. But if you're just trying to say it's beneath you or it's degrading, then you are still putting... You are still degrading yourself by doing fake nudity. So just do it already. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But like I said, you know, a lot of nudity now is CGI, and it just seems ridiculous, especially for the actresses doing it. If you're a really famous actress and you want to, you know, push the envelope, then why have a stunt or why have a body double? Why do CGI? It just doesn't make sense to me. I think in Machete, you have plenty of body doubles in that one, from what I've been told, and that, you know, again, it just seemed pointless because I remember everybody talking about the nudity in that movie, and, you know, Lindsay Lohan nude, and everybody was like saying how great it was until we all found out it was a body double apparently, and everybody was like, you know, oh, that you know, everybody was upset about that. And again, I'm not upset because I wanted to see her naked. I was upset because I just thought she shouldn't have done the part in the first place, and since everybody out there thought she was naked, and I still guarantee you 90, 75%, whatever, people will still probably watch that movie and think she's actually naked in it. She didn't accomplish anything either. So, again, you know, my problem with this, like I said, I know I'm rambling on here, but my problem with this is you're not accomplishing anything by doing fake nudity. If you don't want to do nudity, then don't take the part. There's no reason. It's just ridiculous. Just stay away from the movie if you're not going to do the nudity. And if you are going to do the movie, then just do it already. You know, you're not solving any problems. You're not accomplishing anything whatsoever by faking it. So that's it. I'm going to stop rambling now and just say, do the damn nudity already and get over yourself. See you guys.